Okay, so in there, behind all this gross stuff, is fabric that was covered up in the wall in 1863. One of these pieces, you can see the date, and that's just the general, just how the room is. 1863, there's a map, because this is all about, the war. So we're going to try to see. It kind of feels soft there, but let's go for the main thing. A lot of this fabric is rotted away, unfortunately. I put a lot of big fibers that it just completely destroyed. Couldn't find the tweezers, so... Actually, I can't use that finger, it's bleeding. It hurts. Guess I can't fit my fingers into these things either. Just going to try to pull it out. Now, they put this fabric in here possibly when they were actually building the house. I've had it where it's actually behind the boards, because there's boards like this behind there. So this could be as old as 1856. Technically, it could be older. Could have brought it with them. And kind of move it up and down. It should come out. I think this one might actually be original. It's sitting on just a massive pile of plastic because I just ripped it all down. Okay, it ripped. It's okay though. What do we have? Do we have a pattern? Oh, is this felt? This is black felt. This would probably be from a frock coat. Wow. Mr. Meissner's frock coat, Jake. Now, of course, I own 3 antique frock coats, but they're not from the 1800s, sadly. But I know what they would have looked like. Well, no wonder it ripped, and no wonder it rotted so bad in here, because I found all sorts of rotten fabrics in this crack. So I don't expect a pattern. However, this is exciting because it's usually the men who wear the coarse felted wool like this. So presumably this would be an 1850s frock coat. I swear I just felt another piece. So much stuff in this crack. Yeah, so here was fabric. You can see this is just, it's gone. Here's something. Now, I'm the first person to touch this stuff since at least 1863. Sorry, it's so dusty in here. I'm having a hard time getting the camera to focus. This is obviously something else. This is fabric, but it's not the same unit. Jake, can you take this stuff away safely and put it on top of the desk? You're touching Mr. Meissner's frock coat, most likely. Maybe one of his sons, maybe they grew out of it and they didn't have any use for it. However, it's probably from Mr. Meissner. So, really exciting stuff to touch something that somebody wore well over 100 years ago. 150, 60 some years ago. That has not seen the light of day or been thought of since they died in the 1800s. So this is continuity between generations, really. This is the only tangible remains that we have of their lives, some personal touch from them. Oh yeah, all that's fabric. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see what it would have looked like. It's rotted away. Last time this happened, it was a silk thing that I found. This does not feel like silk though. This is much coarser. But the silk I couldn't even unravel all the way. There was a beautiful pattern in it. It's just every time I tried to unravel it, it would disintegrate because silk will unfortunately get a rotting, wasting disease. That's incurable. Moore's Rural New Yorker, 1863. There's some 1876 wallpaper because they plastered in 1876 and that was on top of the plaster. Before that, this house was just these bare wood walls until about 1863 for most of the rooms. And then this newspaper they used as insulation and a backing for the wallpaper in 1863. But yeah, that is antique felt. Felted wool. We're lucky the moth larvae didn't get to it. There's hair from the plaster. I have a lot of colors in this. Oh, get my dust mask off. Yeah, we have multiple. Actually, is that a pattern in there? Oh, when I wash it, it'll clean up a little bit. And we'll be able to see if that's just mold or a pattern. But we have blue and red. We have Spider-Man colors. Jake, Spider-Man lived here in the 1850s.